Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. Yesterday was the 26th of January 2024. And there was breaking news on media. And I hope all of you saw it. And I am going to make explanations of the same, but maybe for those who missed, a bench of 3 judges from the Court of Appeal on Friday, they ruled that public interest tilts in favor of not granting the order sought by the government to continue collecting house levy towards the affordable housing program that is being spearheaded by the President of the Republic of Kenya, William Samoei Ruto. Justice Lydia Achode, John Mativo, and Mwaniki Gashoka said, public interest in our view tilts favor of in not granting the stay or the suspension sought. Public interest tilts in favor of awaiting the determination of the issues raised in the intended courts, in the intended appeals. Now, the government had appealed, asking the court of appeal to suspend the judgment of the High Court that found the levy illegal. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there's something I want to explain from this particular decision arrived at by the Court of Appeal. Those who remember when BBI was rendered null and void, and according to the judges, they said those people who fronted the BBI were not from the people, right? And William Ruto celebrated the dying of BBI and said the will of the people must be respected and the courts must be respected. Kaka, what I've trained myself on up is the sword you use against your colleague or your friend is the very, very same sword that will be used against you. The same sword that William Ruto used against Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta during the BBI is the same sword that the courts are using against the affordable housing program. Now, yesterday, William Ruto in public took a microphone and vowed never to respect and honor the decision made by the Court of Appeal and threatened to challenge it in the higher courts. Of course, the higher courts, you know, it's Mother Kome. Ruto vowed, and you saw that clip. Nimejaribu kuitafuta sijaiona, but in case I get it, I will play it in the next video. Ruto yesterday vowed and said he is going to challenge the decision and he is not going to respect the orders given by the Court of Appeal. There's something I want you people to understand. Kaka, Article 1 of the Constitution of Kenya talks about sovereignty of the people. And this is what it says. All sovereign power belongs to the people of Kenya and shall be exercised only in accordance with this constitution. The people may exercise their sovereign power either directly or through their democratically elected representatives. Sovereign power under this constitution is delegated to the following state organs, which shall perform their functions in accordance with this constitution. A. Parliament and legislative assemblies in the county governments, the national executive and the executive structures in the country, in the county governments, and the judiciary and independent tribunals. Ladies and gentlemen, William Ruto is a representation of the Kenyan Constitution. Ruto is not an appointee. Ruto is not an employee. Ruto, when we assume all the theft that was done in the elections, he is supposed to represent the people of the Republic of Kenya. Now, let me not talk about Ruto. Let me focus on the office of the president, because Ruto is a subject, is an individual. Now, let's focus the office of the president. The office of the president, whether it's Ruto, whether it's Raila, whether it's anyone, whether it's me, the office of the president is the people's office. It's an office created, maintained, and paid by the people of Kenya. So meaning, whatever happens in the executive must be in the interest of the people, because that is their office. You are there as a representation. So whatever you do, you must represent the will of the majority that have fronted you as the president. I don't know if you get it. In any office, Kaka, I understand. When you go against the interests of your employer, you get fired. In this case, when Ruto disrespects the constitution, that is the power of the people. You know, Kaka, I cannot exercise my power as an individual. My colleague cannot exercise the power as an individual. That is why, in a collective effort, we have the constitution. It is the sword that collectively represents us Kenyans. That is why the president vows to uphold, honor, and protect the constitution. In simple terms, when the president takes oath of office to respect, uphold, protect, and honor the constitution, he is simply saying, I will protect, honor, respect the people of the Republic of Kenya, because the constitution is the people and the people are the constitution. So collectively, we have, as the people of Kenya said, our representation is the constitution. And who is our custodian? All of us cannot be a custodian. Let's have the president as a representative and as a custodian of us, the constitution. Sijui kama unanielewa. Now, when the president refuses to respect the constitution, he has simply refused to respect the employer, the people. So when you fail to respect the people, the employer, you get fired. In this sense, Ruto has called for firing. Sijui kama unanielewa. Ladies and gentlemen, these things are simple, clear, precise as that. When Ruto, a custodian of the constitution, a representative of the people, refuses to honor the constitution, the people. The constitution is the people, and the people are the constitution. Ruto is the constitution, and the constitution is Ruto, and the Ruto is the people, and the people is Ruto, because we can call it a trinity, like God, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. One person in different forms. Trinity. So the constitution, the people, the president are one in different forms. These people is one thing. When you talk of the constitution, you talk about the power of the people. When you talk about the president, you talk about a representative of the people. When you talk of the constitution, you talk of the president. When you talk of the president, you talk of a custodian of the constitution. So in totality, the president, the constitution, and the people are one thing in different forms. So when the president fails to respect the constitution, in simple terms, Ruto has refused to go as the visions of the employer, the people, the constitution. In simple terms, Ruto is supposed to be fired. Why? He's an employee who doesn't want to honor, respect, and uphold the employer's visions and missions. In a company, when you fail to give or to go as per the vision, as per the mission of that organization, it simply means you cannot deliver. Like, let me ask you, ukiajiriwa in a Christian organization, and the Christian organization says, we shall do A, B, C, and you fail to honor that, it means you are simply not representing that organization. So Ruto has refused to represent the people, and Ruto now is representing himself as an individual, Ruto himself. So ladies and gentlemen, God bless you. I hope that explanation is clear and you see some sense in it. God bless you. See you in the next video. Asanteni sana.